Hello.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, I'm being put off by a cat. My name's Barry,
And I'm Jay.
and give we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes,
Hello.
welcome to our channel. If you're new to the channel, we put out 2 live stream a week with card making and papercraft tutorials. So it's worth considering subscribing to our channel if you would like some card making techniques, fancy folds, and things like that using Stampin' Up products. So
Yes, or just want to be inspired by something, just need some inspiration. So yes,
Yes.
so that's good. So tonight we are going to be playing with Pattern Play and the Playful Alphabet Dies is what we're going to be playing with this evening.
It's probably back to front.
Yeah, it will be back to front. There is a setting we can do, but yes, we always forget to do it. So that's what I'm going to be playing with tonight. So hopefully showing you some interesting ways of using these alphabet dies. And yes, so that's that. So is there anything you want to add beforehand? I know we're going to be picking a winner soon
Yes.
for a card.
We are. So last Wednesday, we created this fanciful card using so many snowflakes dies and snowflake wishes stamp set, I believe it's called. And it falls flat. It will fit into a 6x6 or just a small, slightly smaller envelope, and it pops up with a fancy window. So if you haven't seen the video for that, check that out. That's on our channel as well. So we've already given away one of this.
Yes, so Cindy Wagner.
Yes.
She won the first card.
And that's already been sent.
That's
so,
on its way to you.
yeah.
So yeah, that might take a little bit of time though. I think anywhere up to about five to 8 weeks, I think they say. But then some people receive their cards in about 2.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yes, so so to be in with a chance to win this card, oh no, this one is already from last live stream. So to be in a I can't talk today. I'm so tired. But yes, for this evening's giveaway, just add a comment, say hello, where you're from. We can see that a lot of you have already said hello, and we'll say hello back in a second. But yeah, this one was inspired by the global
Pretty.
stamping video hop, which is this one I said as a display gift, but it folds flat as well, and this one can actually be folded like that, and it's a nice way of using your designer's paper or pattern paper for the designing and a bit of coloring there. Again, the video for that is on our channel.
Good. So yeah, so we're going to give this one away now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So if you have commented on the video separate from the live stream, yeah, staying up too late and a long day at work as well, so not long being home. So if you've commented on the actual video, not the live chat which you're commenting on now, but if you commented on the other video chat function, comment function, neither of us can talk, we're going to pick a winner for that right now. So hopefully Jay said that he's got it already.
Yes.
So let's flip you round.
And I'll do that one.
And the winner of this one here is going to be Linda Mayers.
Maze, yes.
Mays.
Ooh.
Sorry. So Linda, that card is working its way to you.
Congratulations.
So congratulations. So if you want to just ping us your address and details, and we're quite happily pop that in the post to you. So so good.
Yeah, I will need to take a picture of this one because I forgot to take a picture of the other one.
But we will also be now giving at the end of tonight's video, we'll be giving away the project which we are going to be making tonight as well. So stay tuned until the end to be in a chance of winning that one.
And just a quick reminder that the new August to December 2020 mini catalog will be out August 6th.
August 4th.
August 4th. And you can order from that from August 4th. And if you would like a catalog, just message us as well if you don't have a demonstrator already.
Yes, and that's available for you if you live in France, Germany, Netherlands, or Austria, as well as the UK. you can get one of those catalogues. So the catalogue will be in English, but we can send you an electronic version in French and German. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Just as well as doing comments tonight. Well, just hope you can put all of your names down correctly.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I have to do that.
So, good. All right, so we're going to crack on.
Yes.
And we're going to show you and have a little bit of a play with pattern play.
Go.
Let's flip you round.
Oh. They've been waiting for food.
Yes, the cats have been waiting patiently for food. Right, let's do a cable out of the way. And let's get that set up so I can see comments. Lovely. So, yes, thank you everyone for joining us. So I can just see a few, Pam Simmons, Sharon, Connie, Sue, Linda, Jeanette, Sandra, and there's lots more which I've seen, which have gone up on the top there. Lisa, Stacey, Mum, Cindy. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. Thank you very much. So remember, please give us a thumbs up, share and like our video would be great. It just helps support our channel a little bit more. So as mentioned, Pattern Play and Playful Alphabet. So this is actually in the annual catalogue, so it's available to purchase right now. So you don't have to wait until the 4th of August to get your hands on these. And it's a really nice little set actually. Obviously it's nice, perfect for backgrounds, which is this one right here. Obviously cue the confetti, fill the day with all your guilty pleasures. So quite a nice little sentiments and some really just some background sets on there as well. And you get all of these lovely mini, obviously small tiny letters and numbers. One thing which I've noticed obviously in this, they have actually imprinted on the back here all of the outline of every single die. So at a glance, you can actually, you know where everything is going to go, and you can see if you're missing anything. Whereas if they hadn't have done that, it's going to be really difficult to see what letters and stuff you've missed. So I think it's a really good thing which they've done with this particular set. It's actually imprinted in. We haven't done that. That's actually how it comes to you as well. So what I've done is I've taken off all of the numbers at the moment, and then you've got all of the letters, and some of them you do have duplicate letters in here as well. I think you have some duplicate letters maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I think there is. I don't know now. I'm doubting myself. Yeah, there is. There's some O's there. I can see them there. There's There's 2 A's in here. Is there 2 E's? There's 2 E's. There's 2 I's. So yeah, there are some duplicate letters. So which makes it easier if you do have more than the same letter in one word, which makes it a bit easier for cutting out, which is really nice. So that is the Playful Alphabet Dies. Comes as a bundle as well, so if you get the stamp set and you get the dies together, you get them with a 10% discount. So always worth doing it. We all like it when you can save a little bit of cash. So yeah, have a little think about those. Anything you see us use can be purchased from our online shop as well. And I'm sure Jay will pop a link up for those very shortly. So I'm also going to be using the in colours here. So we have got the 6x6 2020 to 2022 designer series paper in colours, and so these come in as a variety of colours here. Well, a variety of colours, 6 colours, 5 colours even. Well, what's wrong with us today? I think we're back to work and everything's kind of like getting back to normal again, so it's long days. So you've got these, and it comes in a selection of patterns. So you get the polka dots, you get some wood, you get some wording, and you get some texture on there as well. So it's really nice patterns, paper, and it's see, because you get lots of the same one, it's quite easy to actually use, and we have used quite a lot of this as well. We've used it for classes, which helps get through our paper quite nicely as well. So that's what I'm going to be using this evening. So the colour I've decided to use for this one is I'm going to be using the Misty Moonlight and the polka dot one. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to die cut out some stuff, but I've also got my sponge brayers. Now if I have some time, I'm going to try something with the Misty Moonlight and Just Jade, and we'll see what happens. Jay, could you turn that fan off for a moment please? It might be a bit loud and it's blowing the paper everywhere. Yeah, it's a bit warm in the flat. We've got the fan. It's kind of only going to get warmer over the next couple of days as well, and the fan's on. And yeah, Jay being Jay, he's still got a jumper on. So I am going to be using the numbers and I'm going to be die cutting. Okay, now I was going to do this off camera and get ready, but the one I prepared, I actually ended up making a full card, so I didn't have time to actually prep. So you're going to have to persevere with me as I die cut all of this out. Now it shouldn't take too long. So what I'm doing, you can either do this with letters or you can do it with the numbers. You can do numbers and letters, and I'm going to show you what inspired me with this card was something Jay did, which was lying around. I thought, okay, this would be perfect. So I'm going to just do this. So it's going to take a little bit of time just to get this all set up. But I'm going to just randomly put these numbers in like so, and then I'm going to die cut it out. But because it's on a magnetic, actually, Jay, could you pass me the non-magnetic plate, please? It might be a bit easier. It might be a bit. I did use the magnetic plate on that, but because I've got lots on here, some of them jump around a little bit and they don't go quite where I want it to go in one hit. So I'm going to use the non-magnetic plate for this one. Because what I want to do is I want to position these around like this. So I'm going to pop them in there just randomly. No particular order, just going to stick them in like that. So I'm going to have to do this all the way throughout the card. You can probably see where we're going with this one. You're going to end up with lots and lots of numbers left over at the end of this. So just you're going to need to come up with another way of using up the numbers, or you're just going to have lots of numbers just lying around. So, and we'll run that through the machine. And back. So I'm just going to do this a couple of times. So just chat amongst yourselves for a moment, which by the looks of it looks like you are, which is good. Jay's going to look at the comments and tell me if there's anything I need to be aware of.
Yeah, looking good. The illusion is not there.
Sorry?
The illusion of the table.
Is it not?
It's fine.
Oh no, we're losing the illusion of the table. Ta-da! See, it's a nice, lovely table, really.
With dog stamping.
All right, and then what you want to do is you want to keep all of these to one side. Okay, now you're not going to be. I'm not going to be using the actual letters, the numbers. Sorry, but I am going to be using the inner parts of them. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you keep the inners. Okay, the actual numbers themselves can go to one side and be put.
You can do a second card with it.
I could do a second card. Get your thinking cap on, Joe. Maybe that'll be my homework. So I've just got you take your pick tool, which is just helping release all of these numbers. So you're going to end up with quite a few of these numbers around, and so there's my 8s.
Are you saving those?
I am. There is my 6 and 6, 6 and 9, and my O. That's it. So I'm saving all of the inner parts, and then I'm just going to go through and do this again, and just pop these around and filling up these gaps. So it's a perfect, well, I think it's a good age card, because, or a birthday card with numbers.
Even mail cards.
Mail cards again will be perfect for this. Gonna make sure that looks like a 9 this time. So I'm just going through, do that again, and then run this through one more time. So what's everybody saying? And Jay, what's the
Jeanette said, Oh dear, hugs the poor plate.
The poor plate. It is. I'm sure it's about to break. It's on its last legs. It is. Every time I run it through now, it's proper bending.
You don't bend it even more.
So
Last time we changed our plate, it was completely broken in half, wasn't it?
yeah. This is. I tell you what. In 6 years on five. Oh no. No, it must be around about 6 years that we've been 6 years we've been crafting. I think these are only our second pair of plates. So yeah. I think we're not going to change them until we really have to, because I think we want to see now how long we can actually get out, how long we can actually go with them. And they're not, sometimes you transfer dirt over onto it as well, but what we do with our plates is that we do make sure that one is always for the bottom and one is always for the top. We never mix it, so we don't. This bottom one is always a bottom plate, so all of the dirt is onto this one. So if it is going to transfer any dirt over, it's always going to be on the bottom side of the bottom side, which is going to get covered up anyway. So maybe that's why it's worked, because obviously this one's the cleaner one out of the two, and this is where all the die cutting has gone into. So yeah, maybe that's the secret to its longevity. God, that's a big word.
Are you feeling all right?
So you can see just. So you can just see where I'm doing. Just move that up a little bit so you can see that a little bit more. And number 4 can go there, and then what I do is, I reckon once that's done, I will be able to get a number 1 in over this side over here one last time.
When's the cutting machine coming out?
Sorry?
Cutting machine.
The new one, as far as I know, is available from the. I think it's going to be available from the 4th of August. I think, for the new die cutting machine. I'm not sure if it's pre-order for Demonstrators or if it's actually going live to customers and Demonstrators at the same time. So yeah, we will have to do a little bit of research on that one and find out exactly when. But I'm pretty sure it's coming out. It's very soon. So I just pop all of my letters, my numbers, keep saying letters, to one side here. And just pick all of these off once more. So like I say, you're going to have lots of these. So you can probably make some really nice shaker cards with these as well, because they're not too big. You can probably get a really nice numbered shaker card with these. If you were to lay them all out maybe and get your spritzers potentially, you could then just spritz them all to give them a bit of texture. That might work quite nicely as well. Rather than them all being white, put them into a shaker card. Might be quite good. Maybe I'll have a little play with that, because we've got lots of them, because this is the second one I've done tonight on this pattern. So I've got about 3 or 4 versions of these numbers.
Stacy and Steph said August 4th for Demonstrators.
Okay.
And September for customers.
Okay, thank you for that. I couldn't remember. I knew it was available from the August 4th, but I couldn't remember when. So thank you for that. There we go. And I'm just filling in that last little gap down at the bottom down there with a 1 and a 6. So it fills it in quite nicely. Now I've been a lot tighter on my numbers. I'll show you I'll show you the first one, which I did at the end. And obviously I only did the numbers. I had to do them once. This time obviously I've done them a lot more, and I've made them tighter. Closer. Okay, and we're saving all of those. So that's it. So there is my background ready. I am now done with the big sharp. And I will just grab the stamp set for a moment, because inside the stamp set we have a little, well, we did have a little bag. There it is. It's not inside, it's there. We've got a little bag with all of the numbers and the letters.
Oh yeah, because that's all my offcut from that one.
So we can just put them all in there. What we may do, we've got quite a few of these little bags, so we may just, it may be worthwhile just separating them into number and alphabet order. So it's a bit easier. Okay, so do that. And again, yeah, a nice little shaker card I think would look quite nice. Cool. So this is what inspired me. Jay did one just as an offcut and did this with all of the letters. Now, can I give you a tip away of how you actually did that, Jay?
Yes.
What he did, obviously, these are all stuck onto this like that. All he's gone and done is just gone and popped.
It'll be the other way
It
around.
will be the other way around. He's just gone and popped this
Yeah.
into it like that, as is, and then run it through the machine. Still stuck onto this, and that's how he's gone and got all of that.
Yeah.
I think that's quite an interesting way of doing it.
I would say it was harder to take off because of the double-sided tape, and because the card is thick, it does indent the paper a lot more. So the way you've done it is much easier
Yeah.
to take off, but obviously it's a little bit longer because you're doing it a couple of times. But
Yeah, if you just want to get one, you want letters and numbers, just run this through the whole machine, pop your paper over that, and then run that through the whole machine. Ingenious way of doing it.
yeah, but be
Great.
warned, it's hard to take off.
But yeah, be warned. You have been warned. It is not the easiest things to peel away. All right, so I'm just going to pop my letters to one side. I keep saying letters, my numbers to one side. And maybe you can pop those away, Jay, before I lose them. So what I'm going to do here now is I've got this right here. Now, as is, that's how that's going to go on like that. So it's either going to go with that one, which it might go with that background there. It's not as busy. That's quite busy. The white's interfering quite a bit with the, we'll see. I will do what I'm going to do, and then we'll maybe put it out. So what side looks better, that side or that side there? I am going to piece in the offcuts here to fill that up, but I'm feeling that side is better at the moment. I think it stands, it pops a little bit more. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab the stamp set, and in there you have got some, obviously the patterns. So you have got these dots, hearts, these little firework bits, you've got some stripes, and I'm going to use these two here. So these, this and this. And I've actually just realised what I think these are actually for. They're for the insert of that.
Sandra Williams said non-spotty.
Non-spotty.
Yeah, Christine Davis said a need is sweet. Sandra Selwood said plain side.
So I'm going to go, and I'm just going to test this for a moment, because I'm going to go with that one there. I'm going to just stamp that down like that. Because, can I have another block, please, Jay? Just a small block, just a little one for, thank you. So, which I didn't realise, but these actually, I think, yeah, they do.
Oh,
I didn't realise that.
Clever.
These are actually the centres to that. I didn't know that.
Oh.
So, but the way that I've done it on my original one, I may keep it that way, I see. So, but what I'm going to do is I am going to do this, and I'm going to do some second generation stamping. So I'm just going to do that, and now I'm just going to stamp around the whole thing, because I think it's going to be difficult for me to line this up afterwards, because So I'm just now going to add some detail to this. So just be careful, obviously, make sure you've got a bit of paper underneath, because you don't want to ruin your nice table, do you? So that's just going to go round. So I'm just filling this up. Just gives it a bit of detail. And the reason I'm doing this as a second generation, because I wanted just to take it away a little bit, just to tone it down, because obviously this is quite strong here as well. So I just wanted it to be a subtler blue. So it's a good way, doing the second generation is a great way of getting different shades from your inks. So you can definitely do a lot more with them. And just do one over there. Okay, so that's my background, which is nice and fireworky. Just make up brand new words now. Just gonna clean that off. You know me, I need to clean and put away as I go.
Overrated.
Sorry?
Overrated.
Oh, well, cleaning as you go, overrated, yeah. And pop that away. And the other colour I'm going to use is, I think I'm going to use Just Jade. Okay, so
You have to do the hands.
Just Jade. And again, I'm going to do second generation on this one here, and I'm now just going to go around. I'm not going to pop it in where it needs to be, I'm just going to fill up. But as you saw at the beginning, this stamp, these circles do fit the inside of those little firework bits nicely as well. So just so you're aware of that. Okay, I think I need one in the middle there. That's it, one at the top. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that there, so I will just pop that to one side. So I did that as a second generation as well. So that was just, so you can see it's a lot darker. Obviously that's over the top of it. But it just adds a little bit of interest to the background here. And I'm just going to pop that away like that. So the hearts here as well, you've got the two stamps here, so you can do the outline of the hearts and you can do the colour of the hearts there. So you can do a dark outline, and then you can do some red or whatever colour you want with those ones. So really, really nice. So it's a perfect stamp set. If you like making backgrounds, this is a good one. I think that you can do some interesting stuff with it. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to grab myself some dimensionals. If people don't like using lots of dimensionals, you might want to just close your eyes for a moment, because I'm going to use a lot of dimensionals. So just a warning. And this is also going to show you a good reason as to why we put these black lines on this, because I'm going to be using lots, and it comes in very handy now, these black lines, because what I want to do is I pretty much want to pop these dimensionals throughout the entire thing in all of these gaps, because I want to make sure, I want to try and keep it, I don't want it to sag too much in the middle, and because it's obviously die cut everywhere, obviously the paper's weaker now in the middle, so just lots of dimensionals here now. And you can see now the black lines will make it so much easier to identify where your dimensionals are, and will make it so much easier to identify what ones you've taken the backings off in a moment. So any questions at all, Joe? Has anyone been
No, people have shared, Connie, Sandra, Linda, Christine, and yeah, so I am updating the list of names. Currently we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20 names.
Good, excellent. So now we will just take these backings off. So again, this is why the black lines are on here. It makes it so much easier now when you've got lots scattered around what you have and haven't taken off, rather than me going, have I done that one? And you sticking your greasy fingers all over it. Some of them are a bit stubborn. It's gone quiet. I'm concentrating too much and taking these off. So yeah, so I can see there, I used to do that, must go back into my, yeah.
Yeah, Steph wakes up at 4 a.m. so really early because her sons come back to work as well. So yes, 4 a.m. Wow.
That's about what time Jay comes to bed.
I nearly said that's an hour after I go to bed.
All right, so that's that done. So I'm now going to. So I think we decided from what I can hear, it was this side here, wasn't it, which we wanted to use. I think was the idea. So and then I'm going to then stick that on like that. So the measurements I've done for this is the designer series paper will be 10 by 14.1, and the Whisper White will be 9.5 by 13.6. Okay, so that's how that's done there for the background on the designer series paper. What we can do now, okay, this is when we want to now bring in these bit which we paper pieced, which we cut out and saved earlier on. So I'm just gonna get my glue and I'm just gonna pop some very tiny dots in the bottom, if I can get the glue to work.
Do you want?
It's dried up a little bit, so it's one of those ones that as soon as, if I squeeze it too much, it's going to just splodge out and give me a big, there we go, just like that. So, it must be a bit warm. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in where these bits need to get seated back in. Just really tiny little dots. Okay, and I'm going to grab my take your pick tool again, and then I just pick these up, and then that allows me then just to seat these back in easily. So another great tool to have. It's a lot easier once you've got the correct tools. And stick that in over there like that. Oh, I missed a 6. Then that one, and I wanted to come back to the 8s now. And I bet I'm missing one. I bet after all of this, there will be one missing. There was on my original. I did find it eventually, but all the way around. No, I think I've got it all. Managed to save everyone. Why does it always fall? It's just like butter, isn't it? And bread and butter. If you drop a bit of bread and butter, why does it always land back side down? There we go. And last one. Like that. So that just seats all of those back in quite nicely like that. All right, so good. So we are very nearly done with this one now. Now, obviously, I've got ahead and I stuck this. Now, what I wanted to do, I'm just going to pop that to one side. What I wanted to do is another thing which when I was doing it, we haven't got it, but I think this technique with that, doing the apertures like this, we've got the lovely the ombre effects glimmer paper, which I think would be a nice touch to this as well. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to make my own ombre bit of paper. So I've got the sponge brayers, and I'm going to use the Just Jade. And what we can do is, what I wanted to try and do was to make my own ombre card, which I thought might have looked quite nice with it. But obviously I've gone ahead and I've gone and stuck it down. So we'll see. So when I'm doing my brayering, start off and then bring it down and then just release the pressure a little bit as I get to the middle where I want it to be lighter. I'm not pushing down as much. Like that. Let's see what it's like if I do that with the misty moonlight as well. But yeah, I think the ombre effects with the glimmer paper, I think would look beautiful with this. It's one thing we haven't purchased yet.
We keep adding it and then taking it off.
We do keep adding and taking it off and going, oh, do we want it, do we not? I think we like it, but it's one of those things, do we like it so much that we'd be scared to use it? So, if you buy it, use it. So I'm now just blending these two together in the middle here. And I'm just being a lot lighter when I get to the middle, so the blend is we can try and get a bit of a seamless blend. And then I'm just mixing it up and I'm bringing it up and I'm just bringing it into the Just Jade a little bit, just so we can get a bit of a nice blend. If this is something, I know people sometimes struggle with this, it's either, again, as I said, you need to build the layers up slowly and you need to be gentle, okay? And you always want to start off the paper and then take off the excess and then bring it in. Okay, so that's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back over with my blue, with my green, so the Just Jade, and I'll do that again. And I'll just intensify that just a little bit. And then just, again, just blend in the blue just to give me a there we go. I'm happy with that. So you can do that in several colours if you wanted to, but I think it's I think that would all something like that would look quite nice behind it. If we go with what we've got there, the original one. Obviously there's some imperfections on this, but once it all starts to come together and you get something over the top of it, I think it works quite nicely. So I might do that. I might do this again with Jay's technique. We're doing this one here off camera, and see. Well, I could do it exactly the same size, isn't it? Okay. Okay, all right. I'm going off piece here now. Let me finish my original card, and then let me come back to that one. I quite like it. So good. Jay, could you just take the brayers away from this so I don't get a little bit...
Millie just jumped on me. But I've got her. Thanks.
Lovely. Okay, so we've got the original card here, and we have got my card base. So I'm just going to bone fold this down here. So my card bases we cut at 14.6 by 21, score at 10.5 down the middle down there, and then that's your card base. Okay, we work in 5mm increments on all of our stuff, is how we work with us. Then that way it gives us a nice even border all the way around, so everything is 5mm normally all the way around gaps. Sometimes we go a little bit lower and do like a 2 or a 3mm gap if we don't want as big, if we just want like a little accent around something. We take it down to which is about 3mm is about 1/8 of an inch, Jay, isn't it? I think we've roughly worked it out, isn't it?
Yes.
Ish, yeah.
That's how I normally convert it on our tutorial.
Yeah. So what's Christine just checked? I get all confuddled at this time. I was Stampin' Up here with the mini catalogue retiring and new annual. Yeah, it's yeah. Obviously, the previous catalogues will always retire. You get the retiring list, and that will end at the beginning of the new annual catalogue. And then, yeah, they brought the mini catalogue out a lot, which was previously the autumn-winter catalogue, but it's now been called a mini catalogue. They've brought that out a lot earlier this year. So, which is probably why it's very close to each other. But it's full of lovely, gorgeous Christmas stuff. Okay, so I'm now going to use this punch here. So it's a new punch from the new annual catalogue, which is a lovely labels punch. And you can do this, it cuts in 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch. Or in centimetres, 1.3, 1.9 and 2.5 centimetres. So you can cut it in, so 1/2 inch is the smaller one, 3/4 and 1 inch around, or vice versa in the centimetres, depending on what one you want to do. So I've got a bit of Whisper White here, which is cut at 1 inch. Actually, if anything, just maybe a smidgen smaller than 1 inch. Okay. And I'm going to do it in this side here because I tend to always use that one side there, so I'm going to go different this time. And then if you cut it to just a smidgen smaller than 1 inch, it slides in perfectly, and therefore it would then fit in perfectly that side there to give you a perfect cut every single time. So you just want to push that up until it stops and then punch down, and then you get a nice edge in to this. Now I've done the same with the black, but with the black I've gone a little bit bigger than 1 inch. Now the problem with that is it doesn't fit in perfectly, but it's not a problem. You just want to guide it in And then what I do as a little tip is I then turn it round and I then look for it and then try and position it and get it even. It's because I'm using it on black cardstock. If I show you it on the white, obviously this is the correct size, but it will just give you an idea of what I'm actually doing. When it's in, and then I can then wiggle it around to make sure you can see it that side when it comes through. So, because this is a black, so I want to feed it in as best as I can, try and get it as central as I can, and then bring it in this side here, and then just position it this side so that the punch is where I want it to be, and then punch down. The reason I've gone a little bit larger is because what I wanted to do was I wanted this to go round and give it a little bit of a halo as it goes round. All right, so that's why I've done it that way there. So you can go slightly larger. Obviously, if I done the black one in the 1 inch and then done the sentiment in the 3/4 of an inch, that would work. You get a nice big chunky border, but the problem for that is it won't actually fit my sentiment in for this particular one here. Because the sentiment itself is actually is going to take up pretty much the whole piece of paper. So I'm going to stamp this one up here, which is Cue the Confetti. So there's another little tip for you for that then. So, and then I'm going to stick this on like that. And it stamps lovely, okay? And then I will then grab my scissors, and what I want to do is I just want to cut a straight line. You could have got my trimmer if I wanted to. Straight line and snip, put it in down like that. Pop some glue on this. And then stick that down like that. And then what I do is I will then snip off and give a black line that side there.
Oh, Tommy, where are you going?
Okay. And then to finish this off, but is Jay gonna? What are you gonna want to put any embellishments? Did we want to put any twine or anything like that?
You can just use the in color.
And where are we going to be putting that then?
So if you lift it up a little bit, you just need a tiny thing on the end. Yeah, like that, and then just have it close.
See, Jay is the is my embellishment king.
That's the easiest way. I was gonna make it too complicated on the right hand side there, but left hand side even.
So I've just got some of the ribbon here. So, and I'm just gonna So this is the in color ribbon here. So it coordinates in all of the colors, and this is just jade, just jade. So that's gonna go like that. So we will use a bit of a glue dot here.
I've lost my seat.
Have you really? So I'm gonna pop glue dot on that there, just so that then holds those two together a little bit in the middle. And I've done it in the middle because then that's going to get covered up by that, and then this one can go over on the back side like that. That's going to go there, and then that can go like so. And then that one will go, I'm going to go down flat on this one, because there's already quite a lot of height to it anyway. So I'm going to have to go down flat for postage. Okay, if you were hand giving this to somebody, what I would potentially do is I would probably put that up on another dimensional like that. You know what? I'm going to do that, and then I'll we'll just have to see what the postage is. If I have to take it off and do it flat afterwards, I will do it. It's easier to take it off when it's in dimensionals than it is to take it off in glue. So I'm going to go with the easier option first and take off.
Ooh, you're gonna double.
I'm double D's. I'm double dimensioning. And I can get one up the top there as well. So I'm just being careful with my placement on that, because obviously if I put them on the back of this, it's then just going to go through. So I'm just having a little look at how I've done that. And there is that card right there for you. Ta-da! So it's quite a long-winded card because there's a lot of work which needed to go with the numbers. But I think it's quite nice, and you can then stamp happy birthday on the inside there if you want to as well. And the colours which I've used there are very good for, obviously, I think for very masculine colours. So again, if you do it with the Magenta Madness, obviously you can then make it a bit more feminine if you wanted to. And you've got the Bumblebee, which is quite nice. I did do one off camera beforehand. So this is the one which I've done off camera, which is using the Just Jade. And that's without the ribbon, and that's down flat. So that's that one there with the Bumblebee in the middle. You can see I've gone they're not as this is a lot closer, this one, than what this one here was originally here. All right, so that's that card there. So I'm just going to come back onto, because I got myself sidetracked on this one. I now need to finish this one off. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pop some glue around.
Do you need a card base?
Yes, please. On these little bits here, so some tiny little bits of glue on all of these, probably concentrating quite a bit on the outside ones and the loose ones, because you don't want those to come off. The inside ones will stick down quite nicely. So just some tiny little dots around. And I mean tiny little dots, apart from that one which I just did.
Try it on that
one. Okay. And then what we'll do, we'll then stick this down. So it might be worthwhile, we've obviously got a little guillotine as well, so it might be worthwhile, once it's stuck down, if need be, we may have to guillotine it just to maybe tidy it up a little bit.
Jeanette said I'd be sponging glue on for that, so I said we don't wash it enough and it goes sticky some most of it.
What's that?
When you were dotting the glue.
Oh, what? Use a sponge? Yeah, no, we
silicone mat, I would say.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, is it? That's too much cleaning there, Jeanette.
I thought you loved cleaning.
There's cleaning, and then there's cleaning. All right, so I'm just going to go through and just be a little bit of dots on some of these end ones, because it's the edge ones which need to be looked after a little bit more, so that they don't stick up. So that's that. I think that's, and that ombre effect, and obviously if you get that glitter, that ombre glitter on there, it's going to look lovely. And I found some cinnamon cider cardstock here. Does that need a black layer going around that, Jay? Just to make that
card base.
That's a very thin black layer. Can I have a very thin black layer, please? I like putting matte black mats on mine. So this is measuring, so this is where we're going to go. So this is measuring at 9.5. So can I have it at 9? Oh, actually, I can do that. You got me the black bit of paper.
Okay.
That's fine. So I'm going to go 9.67, 9.8. Okay. By, so this should be 13.6, 6, 7, 8, so 13.9 is then what I'm going to cut that one by. So I'm only 3 millimeters.
Or an eighth of an inch.
Or an eighth of an inch bigger, which then just gives that a little bit of a pop, I think, off of that card. So there we go. So that's that one. Yeah. So let's just stick this down here. This is unplanned. I wasn't planning to do this one. And the unplanned one's going to be the one which I like the most. Have we got a nice happy birthday stamp somewhere, Jane?
Bear with. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
How big? We need more sentiment.
And then that's going to go on like that on the cinnamon cider. So I think that works quite nicely with the cinnamon cider there.
Now, but we do have, everything will be okay. Thanks for being marvelous. I don't know how big they are actually. Let's have a look. Or the trusty family party.
I was going to say our family party is always a good one to bring out as well. So a family party is always a good one to bring out. So now I have now got a decision on how I stick this on. Maybe a label, Jay. Could you maybe just sort me out one of the tasteful label dies? Or a punch would be quite nice.
What do you mean?
So I can punch.
So not that punch.
Okay, I'll do that. Can I just need some spare Whisper White then, please? See, he made me work the other day when he was doing his demonstration. So it's now payback time. I will now make him work. Get me this, get me that. So the good old family party is always a good one to have because you've got obviously all of your lovely relationships on here. So you can just go with happy birthday if you wanted to, keep it nice and simple. Or you can go happy birthday brother, mother, father. So I think it's really nice. And again, you've got the numbers on here, which I think is perfect as well. So let me just pop that to one side. That's there.
Or if you need a thicker one. Ow. You have to save that.
Really?
Yes, you do.
Really?
You can use it underneath.
Okay, so you can see this is a little bit smaller than the 1 inch. So I'm just being careful when going in because I'm not. If I've got something which is very close to 1 inch, I'm just going to still going to use it. But you just need to obviously don't use the guides as they are designed to. So I just go through and get them positioned so I've got a nice even gap this side here. I will just double check it as I turn it round to make sure it looks even that side, and then punch down, and it works absolutely fine as well. We keep a load of offcuts, which is why we've got some which are obviously shorter, smaller than the smaller than the 1 inch, but you just make it work for yourself. Who's the bossiest, Barry or Jay? Jay, of course.
It was so much faster you saying it than me typing it. That's not fair.
What did Jay answer?
I said typing.
Okay, so I've got that. I'm not happy with that. And the reason I'm not happy with that is because
Was it
they're too far apart from each other. So what I'm going to do is we have two sides. I'm going to actually stamp birthday first. Because I can get that where I want it to be. And then I will then stamp the happy, because then I can then centralize the happy where I actually want it to be. Whereas if I'd done it the other way around, I reckon I wouldn't have got it. I wouldn't have been happy with that either. And now I can then get, and I'm just going to bring it in a little bit closer so I can see over. I'm now just going to bring the happy. That's it. That's better. I'm happy with that. So you can see that's that one there versus that one there. So I think it looks better that way. So yeah, stamp your birthday first and then you're happy. Then you can get your centralization done. So what I'm going to try and do on this one, I'm just going to try. Let's see how this works. I need to. Now, Jay, could I have a sticky note, please?
Sticky.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do here, here's a little and a pencil as well, please. Can I have one of the thin sticky notes, the tiny ones?
You can cut those, you know.
I can cut those, but when we've got the correct ones, it's fine.
And you have scissors in front of you. There you go.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's fine. So, little tip for you. So, cut off a little bit at the end here, and then you then want to you can kind of position this where you actually want it to be. And as a guide, I then will do that. So, I'm going to snip off from that point. I'm going to pop this in, and maybe I didn't need the sticky notes after all, but if you got a smaller piece that's it's just borderline in like that, and then punch down, you know you have it where you want it positioned. Maybe I'm a little bit off. Maybe a tiny fraction. But it's a good little, that's a way that you can work out where you actually need to actually cut it. So there's a little bit of a tip for you if you've got ones like that. So cut off a bit, pop it down, pop a little line where you want to snip it off, and then you'll then get your positioning where you want it. Otherwise, you're going to be going in, is that correct? Is that correct? Is that correct? Use your offcuts as your, to help you. All right, so a little tip there for you. What I probably would have done is I would have cut that first and then stamped it afterwards. Okay, and that's that there. And then I just need, can I have some, I would go with the black, that's fine.
Yes, go with the black. I agree.
No,
You made me stand up anyway. Oh, here.
Because he doesn't want to go and get it. So I'm going to do that as a 1 inch, because that is slightly shorter than a 1 inch, that particular one there. So I will, where did I put the punch?
There.
I'm doing a J, I'm not tidying up as I'm going along and I'm losing things. So that's that one. So what I would do on this one is I reckon I will okay, I'm going to stick down first. Where I want it to be. Like that. And then I will use the black one here kind of as my guide again, where I want it to, and I'll just come away a tight, and I'll just come away how far I actually want it to actually be. So it might be better if I do it with the white one, so I can actually see the black layer I'm going to get. Grab my pencil and a pencil line, and then just snip up that pencil line there. And then if I've measured this correctly, that will go in like so. I then punch down, and a moment of truth, and there we go. We have a border around it. Okay. I probably, if I wasn't on camera, I would maybe spend a little bit more time maybe getting that 100% perfect. It's not. It's a little bit off, but I think it's a good idea. So it's some tips there for you on how it can, how it should be done. And Jay's going to come in and it's given me some.
You can cut it down.
Where do you want that? Like that, I think, isn't it?
Oh, and lift. So you have different textures.
Look at that. So we're going to snip that. So that's going to go. So these are the offcuts which Jay won't let me get rid of. And there's a reason he won't let me get rid of everything, because he manages to use it all. Whereas this would have gone in a bin for me. Alright, so that's going to go down flat. Like so. That one there will then go on over the top. So we've got your different textures is what we're trying to achieve. Just tidy that one up, that side there. And that would be good. So I'll probably do that on some glue dots behind that particular one. Been on a long time tonight, I'm so sorry. If I haven't bored you all. Well, if I have bored you all, you've probably logged off already by now. So thank you for everyone else who is still here. There we go, and that's just going to go down like that. And then good old trusty dimensionals, wherever they are. Not right in front of me. I'm doing a joke.
Oh, Jeanette said absolutely not boring.
Thank you. Oh, sugar.
Nearly done.
Yeah, nearly done. And obviously stay tuned until the end because we're going to be giving away one of these cards this evening, and we will then give the second one away next Wednesday. No, on Sunday. And then that's just going to go in the centre like that. That's good. There we go. So there is an unplanned card with an ombre effect, and one there which is using just the die cuts, the letters, and it's a double dimensioned as well. So you got that and paper pieced everything back in. Okay, so let's get ready and let's pick a winner from tonight. So we are now somebody going to win this one here. Yeah. So Jay, you're going to come back over again?
Yeah.
Or he's finding something. I don't know what he's finding.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
I don't know what he's looking for either. So yeah, so he's got some cards to show you there with the family party.
Come on.
Sorry.
I can't think of any.
Do you want to come in and just come and talk though whilst I get everything else ready?
So everyone's been added on to the list. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And whilst Barrett's just setting that up, I thought I'll reshare this card, which uses the family party, and I've actually used the stamps instead of what Barry used the dies this evening. I used the stamps to stamp on the card base. That's Poppy Parade, and I used the rest of the stamps to create the topper. I did add a tiny bit of stamping from Jar of Flowers, which is the diagonal lines. I don't know what it would be. Yeah. Just
well, I think it's done for a straw, I think, is
yes,
that
it is.
particular
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
Yeah. And Playful Pets combo trim, which is there. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
So has that list updated there, Jade? Does that look like the list you've done
Yeah,
tonight?
that is all the list. So yes, so don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. We also do card making, online card making class, and you can find more details on our website at mitosocrafts.com. Next class is Jar of Flowers in 2 weeks' time, and the card kit is actually the deadline has been and gone.
Right, if you're quick within the next hour for the card kits, we'll be putting the order in tonight.
Yes.
Okay, so within the next hour, if you're interested in that. If you're just interested in the PDF instructions, then you have still got time for that one there. And Tommy?
Until the day before the class.
Yes. Is that Tommy's tail? That
Yes.
is Tommy's tail. Right here. Okay, so let's pick a winner.
Which one you gonna?
We'll give away this one here first. Okay. So this one is going to be the winner, and this is going to be going to...
Good luck, everyone.
Who's it going to? Is it going to be a repeat person?
Kathleen Downs. Yay!
Hey. Well done. So, good. That card is winging its way to you, Kathleen.
That's
good.
Lovely.
And we will pick this one. We will pick a winner for this one on Sunday evening. So good. Excellent. Anything else?
Yeah, don't forget, if you didn't win this evening, you've got another chance. Just comment on the actual video after the live has finished. And if you're watching the replay, comment and you'll get put into the random picker next Sunday. What's the day of next Sunday? 1st of August, just in case you're watching the replay like ages.
2nd of August.
In the future. Oh, 2nd. Yes, Sunday.
Okay.
Cool.
He needs food and he needs sleep. So, yes. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Sunday the 2nd of August.
Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.